Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of MPWF Underground. This is episode 14, and it is the first show of 2025 for Underground, ladies and gentlemen. This is the joint branded show where wrestlers come to prove themselves in the Underground, prove they deserve a spot on War and Annihilation. And coming up tonight, we have a huge main event. As you see here first, Kane Knight will take on the Underground champion Charlie Jean in a scrap trap steel cage match, the first of its kind ever in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. So ladies and gentlemen, as we head to ringside, we are live tonight from Milan, Italy, for a special European tour we've been doing. We were in Paris, France for Annihilation, we're in Italy for Underground, and we're here with the MPWF War brand to start things off here. Tag, team, competition, and again, what the last couple episodes has been from the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. We have had War and Annihilation. I mean, it was absolute scenes at the ends of main event of MPWF War when Hector Rodriguez finally picked up that massive victory with Lethal Mathematics and defeated the Blood Brothers to become the CAW World Tag Team Champions. As well as, on Annihilation, it was unfortunately heartbreak as Faye Bartlett was screwed out of the Intercontinental Championship at the hands of Angelina Peace and Cecilia Perez, a woman we haven't seen in the MPWF in, like I said, goodness gracious me, well over 8 years, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully we'll get more of that when Annihilation comes, as making their way to the ring right now is the Covenant, a subset of the Void, Gabriel and Bishop, and they need to pick up a victory here tonight. They had a shot at the tag team titles on episode 13 of MPWF War against the Blood Brothers, where they were unsuccessful. But especially with the argument that was happening with the Void on Annihilation between Benson, Clement, and Thanatos, who are the brand new MPWF World Tag Team Champions, I think it's time, we've seen sacrifices here, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that the Void need to get a victory here and prove that they are the disciples of the Void. They are the disciples that will succeed. So it is necessary for them to score a victory here, because Thanatos or Benson Clement, who's went to bat for them, would not be happy. But it's against a growing popular tag team here on the MPWF War brand, and especially in the Underground. As on our previous episode of MPWF Underground, Kaz Michaels and 3God, the Young Goats, took on the Future Foundation in an incredible tag team matchup. Like I said, the Young Goats, two young talents. Kaz Michaels, a former multi-time tag team champion. These two here, though, want to get tag team title all together, as well as with a Cruiserweight Championship, the Cruiserweight division beginning to grow here in MPWF War. And a little birdie told me that Brian Adams is going to have an announcement about the Cruiserweight division and perhaps another division on MPWF War. So that's some special insight that you'll get here on MPWF Underground. The current and new Cruiserweight champion Chase Stevens will be defending that title tonight against Ricochet here on this special episode of MPWF Underground. A lot on the line here on this show. Like I said, I love the Underground. Ultimate opportunity to prove yourselves. So here we go. The bell is going to get ready to sound, and we're going to start off our opening contest on this special episode of MPWF Underground. Italy has been amazing, folks. Me and the missus have loved it. We've enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy this show right now. Kaz Michaels to start things off with Gabriel here. And not to mention that we're also coming up the fallout of MPWF Survivor Series. And a beautiful kick there by Kaz Michaels. What an event Survivor Series was. It is up on YouTube as we speak. You can head to our channel at MPWF Wrestling to see that event. Mason Gray gone from the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. I might announce that every single show we have, because oh my lord, what a feeling it is. We also heard the announcements of our next click reviews coming up here as the Young Goats firing up on the Covenant. Is we're going to have for the first time here in the modern era of the MPWF brand exclusive click reviews. One show being MPWF Bloodlines for MPWF War, the other being MPWF Bound by Honor for Annihilation. So you know that we're going to be heavy excited for that. Huge matches already scheduled for that. Fourth count anywhere for the CAW World Championship between Shane Carter and Zeus at MPWF Bloodlines, as well as Joey Eagle versus Ryan Sparks on that event, and Antonio Goldman versus Lamar Goldman for the North American title, and a 6-way ladder matchup for the CAW Women's World Championship. And then on Bound by Honor, what we found out is that there's going to be an MPWF World title rematch between brand new world champion Klaus the Scorpion and the Olympic gold medalist Ricky Cash. Last man standing for the YouTube Championship between the Cypher and CJ Parker. Zero Limits title in Bloodshed Rules. Angel Ortiz, the new champion, defends against T-Dot, as well as the Undisputed Women's World Championship, Serenity versus Justice Fitzgerald, folks. So already we have 4 huge matches for each event. And we got one more round of episodes before we head to those single Brandy Click reviews. And I cannot wait, folks. As right now there, Gabriel, with that gut buster there to 3-God, applying the pressure. We're doing a little bit of housekeeping here as we begin to focus here on this opening matchup between these two teams. Again, with the advent of new tag team champions, a new horizon is brewed for the tag team division here on MPWF War. And you know, the Future Foundation will face every and any tag team. I'm personally very happy for Lethal Mathematics and Hector Rodriguez. They have spent 3 years trying to get those belts. But you see right there, Gabriel going sicko mode, going vicious on 3-God here tonight. Bishop now inside the ring and a knee right to the back of 3-God's head. And again, Bishop's pretty self-explanatory. That's one big mamma jammer in the ring there, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now. But again, like I said, the Covenant needs to pick up the victory. Again, they had huge fanfare going after the Cruiserweight title, going after the tag team titles, but they've been unsuccessful. Like I said, man, push comes to shove, you got to step your game up. Because it's not necessarily in fight for the MPWF. It is Thanatos and Benson Clement coming down with the Fist of Lucifer and burying you all the way 6 feet under, folks. We saw it happen to Sick Nick as Gabriel relishing this reaction here from the MPWF crowd here in Italy. And he missed that forearm, and 3-God there with that shot to the back. But at the same time, as 3-God dives on top of Gabriel there, how big would this win tonight be for the Young Goats? They already impressed against the tag team champions. And wait a minute, in comes Kaz Michaels. And Kaz Michaels going to go high risk as well. What a fast-paced, high-octane, high-exciting tag team the Young Goats are here on MPWF War. But as I was mentioned before, a victory here could go a long way. They already have faced the champions. They could be next in line for the tag team titles. You know, in fact, the Blood Brothers are not going to take that line down though. We're going to be interested to see on episode 15 of War what the Blood Brothers have to say back after losing the tag team titles against the Future Foundation. And a kick out there by Gabriel. So the Young Goats have the momentum on their side right now, have this entire crowd here in Milan cheering for them. And he went for that drop kick. Gabriel knocked his feet out the way and went right to the knee. There goes Gabriel. And Gabriel makes the tag, and in comes the big man Bishop. And he went for a close-sided Kaz Michaels with a beautiful German suplex of his own here. And again, was able to catch Gabriel with those NCAA style hips, but Bishop ain't going to get taken down more than once that way. But beautiful inside trip there. And look at that, going at the leg was Kaz Michaels. And Kaz Michaels says you may be a part of the supernatural, but a leg is a leg, as he goes for the ankle up here. So Kaz Michaels is one hell of a young competitor, ladies and gentlemen. And knocks Kaz Michaels off of him. And that, right by the goozle. Right by the goozle. And Bishop now, big choke slam. Big choke slam there by Bishop. And 3-God breaks it up here. Like I said, I'll tell you right now, 2025, you know who I would love to see with a championship? Is 3-God. That's a kid that's been fighting hella hard here since 2020, and I would love to see him rewarded for his efforts. That's why Kaz Michaels now going to the top rope. Bishop knocked back by that headbutt and gets drop kicked for his troubles. And Kaz Michaels straight to the cover here to try and win this matchup, our opening bout here on episode 14. And Gabriel sensing an end coming here. And we could be seeing an upset if the Young Goats can be victorious here tonight. As Gabriel sends Bishop back to the buckle. Tag. In comes 3-God. And now wait a minute here. Look at this. Beautiful there by the Young Goats. As 3-God now hooking the leg here on Bishop. 2. Oh, a near fall. Bishop just getting the shoulder up, and the Young Goats are impressing here tonight. And now, wait a minute. Beautiful moonsault there by 3-God. And oh, 3-God missing. Bishop getting to his feet. And oh my goodness, Bishop has him by both hands this time. And slams him to the ground. And in comes Gabriel. The fallen angel of the Covenant. As Gabriel is looking for the end of this matchup. And now, wait a minute. Oh, 3-God fights back there with a clothesline. 3-God fights back with a clothesline. And now, wait a minute. Gabriel. Oh, my goodness. Slams it off the top rope. A bad landing for 3-God. But, oh, 3-God catches Gabriel. Gabriel now there with the schoolboy roll up here. Sorry, 3-God with the schoolboy roll up here. And, oh, my goodness, folks. A huge upset to start off MPWF Underground. And the Covenant cannot believe it. A huge upset, ladies and gentlemen. 3-God with the schoolboy roll-up. My word, folks, the upsets continue here tonight. What a win for the Young Goats, moving them up further up the ladder here in the MPWF World CAW World Tag Team Title Division. Huge, a humongous victory for them here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, what a way to start off this show. And again, if you're not subscribed to us, subscribe right now at MPWF Wrestling and make sure to ring the bell so that you can get notified for all of our action and for everybody that has entered their course into the Core Challenge. Thank you very much, folks. That is so huge, and I'm so happy that you can be a part of this, and I hope that this comes out as good as I want it to, ladies and gentlemen. And I cannot wait to see whose core ends up joining the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. But let's not forget tonight, still to come, Scrap Trap Cage match. But we got ourselves some singles action from the MPWF Annihilation brand, folks. And here comes a very confident Scorpion Zinder. Scorpion Zinder even got brand new theme music, picking up the victory against John Smith last episode was huge. Scorpion Zinder has been looking for that win for a long time and looks to continue that momentum forward here on MPWF Annihilation. You know, I actually think, I know this may be horrible for me to say, but I think Scorpion Zinder's on the wrong brand. I think Scorpion Zinder on MPWF World going after that Cruiserweight Championship would be humongous for him. Again, the Zero Limits title is going to be hard to get with Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz being the champion, but Scorpion Zinder is one that is never to shy away from competition. This is going to be a big test for him here tonight against MPWF legend KJ Stevens. KJ Stevens been a part of this European tour. I think we're going to be saying goodbye to KJ Stevens after this tour, but it's been beautiful to see him back in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, even with some fans wanting him to sign officially to Annihilation. So if you do, let me know in the comment section below. Just make out a protest, say, please rehire KJ Stevens. But if not, this has been great to see KJ Stevens here in the MPWF, and I'm looking forward to this matchup here with him and Scorpion Zinder here tonight. We've talked about how there's going to be a lot of new talent in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation coming up. 2025 looking to be a big year for the company, folks. So KJ enjoying this reaction from the MPWF fans here tonight. So here we go. You know, Scorpion Zinder has definitely looked up to KJ Stevens. Growing up, wrestling on the independents. Scorpion Zinder, a former tag team champion with Marcus Eagle, who currently holds Money in the Bank on MPWF War, which seems a long time ago as a part of Gen X. But again, Scorpion Zinder has been a slow road. At times, even risked his career. But like I said, that victory with John Smith was huge. And he wants to continue that against KJ Stevens here tonight. This now sends him off the ropes here. Zinder now with a drop down. Leapfrog. And now Zinder. Oh, beautiful. Lucha style arm drag here. Both men testing each other here in the early goings of this matchup. Snap suplex there by Scorpion Zinder. Forearm to the face. So Scorpion Zinder is, what's the word you would call a vagabond? He's traveled all around the world in cars, slept on people's couches, all with an opportunity to be in the MPWF. Scorpion Zinder coming to the MPWF a little later than he would have liked, but has been impressive. But that right there was impressive by the legend KJ Stevens, former multi-time tag team champion, most famously with his cousin at Reverend MXZ as a part of Collaboration Zero, and as well with Tommy Douglas as a part of the Maple Leaf Warriors. KJ Stevens from Canada, again, has had some very impressive matches in his time in the MPWF. Oh, Zinder went for that move off the top rope and KJ saw it coming. When KJ Stevens, a very, very crafty veteran. And now look at this. Extending, trying to hyperextend that elbow there of Scorpion Zinder. And going right to the submissions here. And that's a little different. KJ Stevens, though, as he gets a little older, is realizing I can't be bouncing around the ring and high-flying all the time. I gotta ground my opponent, especially with a man like Zinder that can fly. And Zinder now. Beautiful backbreaker there to KJ Stevens. And now collar elbow tie-up. Zinder has him in a beautiful snap suplex there. And a kick to the midsection. And now, wait a minute here. Whoa, 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 what is this? What is this here? Oh my word, what a move that was by Scorpion Zinder. And KJ Stevens grabbing the rope. And Zinder bringing out innovative offense. And honestly, a lot of that has to do with confidence. We mentioned how he beat John Smith on the last episode of MPWF Underground. That builds your confidence. And that's what Scorpion Zinder is looking for. Again, for so long, so many people have thought Scorpion Zinder would amount to nothing here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And like I said, all you got to do is have true grit. Dig deep and keep fighting back. KJ going right after that arm. Thinking to himself, Scorpion Zinder, deceptively stronger than he looks. A nice clothesline there by KJ Stevens. Bounce off the bottom rope here. Now right into the DDT there by the veteran. And Zinder having to take a breather to the outside of the ring here as KJ Stevens goes high risk. Oh my goodness. What a move there by KJ Stevens. Still proving that he can fly around with the best of them, ladies and gentlemen. And now Stevens has Scorpion Zinder up and oh man, Zinder goes face first to the floor. And like I said, KJ Stevens has been unleashing all these submission holds that we haven't quite expected. Now, I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, this could just be me here crafting, but if the MPWF fans did want to see KJ Stevens, how would you feel about him tag teaming with Scorpion Zinder? They obviously have a lot of chemistry in the ring with each other. And this matchup has been excellent thus far. There's just a Fujiwara armbar there by KJ Stevens, but that's a little bit of food for thought for both of those men. You know, I'm part of talent relations, so... But beautiful move there by Scorpion Zinder, taking KJ Stevens down here. And now, wait a minute. Oh, takedown there by Zinder. Zinder with a Koji clutch here. A move utilized very popularly by Christopher Daniels. And Scorpion Zinder trying to wrench there on that head and neck as KJ Stevens fires back with that elbow. And Stevens went for that knee and it gets booted right in the face there by Zinder. And Zinder has this crowd on his side, I'll tell you that right now, folks. Clothesline there by Zinder. And another one to KJ Stevens. And Stevens went wild with that clothesline. And a drop kick there by Scorpion Zinder. And he is feeling the momentum from this crowd here in Italy. Zinder wants it. He wants it, folks. Oh, big right hand there by Scorpion Zinder. And another one. And now Scorpion Zinder has him up. A Blue Thunder bomb there. A big Blue Thunder bomb to KJ Stevens. 2. And oh my goodness. Stevens gets the shoulder up. Zinder now going to go high risk here. And I tell you what, folks. KJ Stevens is certainly putting out a shout for bringing it back full time to the MPWF. As, oh, what a powerbomb! What a powerbomb there by KJ Stevens with the cover, and oh my goodness, folks. What a matchup here on MPWF Underground. These men are cooking right now, ladies and gentlemen. KJ Graham is very unhappy about seeing this here from the MPWF Annihilation brand, as KJ Stevens looks to go high risk one more time here in this matchup, and oh, boot right to the face of Scorpion Zinder. KJ now throwing Zinder back inside the ring here. KJ going to go all the way to the top here. KJ going to go hard, brisket, no, he misses it. He went for that red arrow off the top rope. And now Scorpion Zinder, what a kick. What a head kick there by Scorpion Zinder. And bouncing, and a standing 450 splash by Scorpion Zinder. And hooking the leg here on Stevens. What a matchup, folks. Round of applause for that one. I'll tell you what, Scorpion Zinder has had some match of the night matches here a few times in MPWF Underground, and if he can keep up this momentum, this will do wonders for him here in 2025. What a fight, but look at that right there, a standing 450 splash. Do you know how hard that is to pull off that kind of maneuver, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my word. And Scorpion Zinder feeling great here tonight. Yes, please. Yes, please. Come on, Zinder, the sky is the limit for you. You just got to keep this up. Huge. And wait a second. Wait, this Team Bloodshed. And oh my goodness. Shane Riley and John Smith. And John Smith now coming after Scorpion Zinder. And again, Zinder defeated John Smith last episode of MPWF Underground, and quite frankly, Zinder won that match with the skin of his teeth, and Team Bloodshed punishing him for it. And you know they have to get their lick back, because the new MPWF World Champion Klaus is going to make sure that his men stand tall here tonight. Look at this armbar here, and Zinder screaming in pain here. And now the referee calling for the bell, and that ain't going to do nothing to stop Team Bloodshed here tonight. There is going to be newfound confidence in this team now that Klaus is the MPWF World's Heavyweight Champion. Man, Scorpion Zinder is going to need a friend, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to need a friend if he is going to contend with Team Bloodshed here. And again, these two men are going to be looking at going after the tag team titles at some point here in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get a doctor out here for Scorpion Zinder, but still to come tonight, our main event, folks, for the Underground Championship Scrap Trap Steel Cage match. What a war it's been between Charlie Jean and Kane Knight. And I mean, this might be the end of it here tonight inside of a steel cage. You know, these two men are going to be looking at beating the utter living hell out of each other, folks. But right now, we're going to head to ringside as we head to the Warp brand for women's tag team action. And introducing next is the brand new formed tag team Strike Force of Bahara Kadir and Ashanti Capoeira, ladies and gentlemen. And what a tag team matchup they had with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven on the previous episode of MPWF Underground. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future of not just this tag team division, but the entire women's division on both War and Annihilation. Both of these women here with a huge opportunity against the Women's World Tag Team Champions, and this will not be easy. And quite frankly, I have to give respect for both of these women to agree into this matchup. Their second match in the tag team, and they're already gunning for a matchup with tag team titles. And not just that, Nightmare Fuel, one of the toughest, baddest tag teams we've ever seen in women's wrestling here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. So yeah, I mean, imagine if they get the win. We saw an upset just now as the Young Goats defeated the Covenant. Could we see another upset for Strike Force here tonight? Now, what Strike Force is going to have to contend with here on this episode is how pissed off Nightmare Fuel is. Nightmare Fuel, since becoming a tag team, lost their first matchup in the 6 women's TLC pinfall tag team matchup at the Survivor Series buy-in show, thanks to the ATL taking them out. And then Ingrid and Helga both cut that promo on MPWF War saying that they want a piece of the ATL, and whenever the ATL is ready, Nightmare Fuel is willing, ready, and waiting to beat the hell out of them folks. And that is going to be an intense confrontation when they finally meet face to face. But right now, like I said, this is a non-title matchup here on MPWF Underground, a huge chance for Strikeforce, and another opportunity for Nightmare Fuel to prove how tough they are. Quite frankly, they haven't had a challenge yet since winning those tag team championships. Will this be the first here tonight? Get Helga, a multi-time MPWF Women's World Champion, Ingrid, World Wrestling Future Women's Champion in the past, as well as the third Intercontinental Champion in the MPWF. Ingrid yet to win the Women's World Championship, but together, aunt and niece are the Women's World Champions of the Tag Team Wrestling Division here. And here we go. Bahara Kadir, like I said, she has no fear whatsoever. Second generation wrestler, the daughter of MVP. That's all pushed to the ground there by Ingrid. And it is going to be very hard to contest with that MMA background that Ingrid possesses. That power and speed and strength that she has. You know, you sit there and think that maybe Bahara Kadir can outspeed Ingrid, has the advantage that way. There's no advantage. There's no advantage at all against Ingrid. But Bahara Kadir has a lot of fight in her with that drop down there and a kick right to the face of Ingrid, as well as Ashanti Capoeira, as I mentioned before. She has fought her way up, came into the MPWF as an extra talent, and has fought all the way to this position here. So again, huge respect for Strikeforce. And now thrown into the buckle goes Bahara Kadir, and in comes Helga. Like I mentioned before, multi-time Women's World Champion. She has victories over Karma, Sasha Fierce, Yusha Atari, Chandrella Johnson. You could think about it. You could name Austin Taylor, Deborah Dangerous, the works of wrestling legends here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Helga has beaten them all. And Helga now sends Bahara Kadir into the buckle. Gets caught with a DDT there. And Bahara Kadir is going to be a step quicker than Helga. And a knee to the face there though. The Scandinavian Nightmare as she runs into Bahara Kadir, gets caught with that kick to the face. And now here comes Ashanti Capoeira. And a clothesline. And I mean, it's in her name. Capoeira is her style. It's how she fights, ladies and gentlemen. Capoeira now heads to the top rope, and I don't know how much Capoeira takes place in the high red district, as now Ashanti Capoeira with the crossbody as she takes down Helga, hooks a leg here, and not even a 1 count, folks. Not even a 1 count. And a nice reversal there by one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. Again, this is representing the MPWF War brand, and you can check out MPWF War on our YouTube channel at MPWF Wrestling. And for extra MPWF content, you can go to our secondary channel at MPWF Chairman, where you can see Core Wrestling Global, and that show focuses on all the promotions outside of the MPWF. BCW, Fight Japan Core Wrestling, King of the Indies, our developmental league, the World Wrestling Future, and at this point many other independent leagues that you'll have an opportunity to see on Core Wrestling Global. And hopefully soon there'll be another episode as Ingrid there, pure violence, laughing at the fact that she might have just snapped the elbow of Ashanti Capoeira. And like I mentioned before, you do not want to be in the ring with Ingrid and Helga. They enjoy violence. Now look at this. Luckily for Ashanti Capoeira, she's flexible because right now the top of her toe is touching the back of her head. That is a crazy nasty submission that Ingrid has on. But Ashanti fights back here. And then you gotta wonder what the ATL is doing. How focused they are on this matchup as Bahara Kadir try to catch her from behind. And now Ingrid knocking her off the apron for her troubles. But the ATL, they hold the Women's Underground Championship. And again, if this is your first time watching the MPWF on Underground here, this is the proving ground. So the Underground title is a little different than our main championships. With the Women's and Men's Underground Championship, you can cash that in for an opportunity to any divisional title in the MPWF. For the women, it's either the tag team or in a continental title, as now Ashanti's just been goozled for the chokeslam. Or for the men, you can cash in for the opportunity at any tag team title or the Cruiserweight or Zero Limits Championship. Now, it's not like Money in the Bank where you're able to cash in at any time. You have to cash in at the beginning of Underground, and that will become the new main event for that episode of MPWF Underground. And so far, only one person has cashed in, Maximus Guerrero Jr., and he was unsuccessful because it is not as easy as the Money in the Bank briefcase. But the ATL hold that and can challenge for the belts at any time of their choosing. There's a clothesline there by Bahara Kadia. And a boot there taking down Helga. And not to mention, how could we forget again, for episode 15 of MPWF War, as Kadia went high risk there with the crossbody all the way to the floor for the money shot. Little shout out to Jason Holiday. He always complains about no one talking about him. But on episode 15 of War, there's going to be a four-way matchup to find out who the sixth member in the ladder match for the Women's World title is, as Bahara Kadia dove up the top rope on Ingrid there, and now again on Helga, and Bahara Kadia is fired up here in Milan. I tell you what, Strike Force proving themselves here tonight. Again, pinning the tag team champions would be huge. So Kadia is one for the future, ladies and gentlemen. Bahara Kadia is going to be a Women's World Champion. It is just a matter of time. As now, wait a second here. Oh my goodness. What a move here. And now Ashanti Capoeira with that beautiful bridge on the Northern Light suplex. Alicia Fox style. And oh, a break up there by Ingrid. What a tag team matchup this is here. And what a fight. This is easily the hardest fight that Nightmare Fuel has had here, given to them by Strike Force. And I mentioned before, this is the second time the Strike Force have teamed together. So, oh, what a move there by Ashanti Capoeira. So it will only get better. And now, oh my God, Helga just, well, I don't know, really, double fist to the face there. Hammer fist times 2. And Helga now, no getting caught there by Ashanti Capoeira. Strike Force are on game time right now. Capoeira going to the top rope again here, and this time Helga sidesteps it. And Helga now sends Ashanti into the buckle. Oh my goodness. Multiple strikes there by Nightmare Fuel in the corner. And attack comes to Ingrid, and oh wait a minute, we've seen this before. This is the definition of Nightmare Fuel. Look at this here off the top rope. Watch this. Oh my word. Absolute horrible impact. Car crash symptoms for Ashanti Capoeira with that 3D off the top rope, and that is all she said and done, folks. The tag team champions pick up the victory, but I'll tell you what, folks, Strike Force, they are a team to be reckoned with in the future here. That was a huge effort against Nightmare Fuel. And I think a couple more matches under their belt and Nightmare Fuel could Strike Force could be a massive, massive opposition for the tag team titles, but look at that. But they continue to dominate. They continue to dominate this Nightmare Fuel. Well, again, like I said, one of these women are going to compete in that four-way matchup with that opportunity to be a part of the ladder matchup at MPWF Bloodlines. Oh, wait a second. Speaking of the ATL, and there is 6, and Lil Beast of the ATL, 6, the current holding the Underground Championship. I'm talking complete gibberish, ladies and gentlemen. Late night commentary here for MPWF Underground. As we always say here, we're here for a good time, not a long time. And the ATL causing damage to Nightmare Fuel here tonight. And again, what's the end game here? Constantly pissing off Nightmare Fuel. Are you going to cash in this championship match anytime soon? Or is it just the ATL likes to just is able to flex on everybody here in the ring? Well, I said one of these days, Nightmare Fuel is going to catch up with the ATL, and it is going to end horribly for them, folks. Well, the ATL has been running MPWF Underground. They have been on top for a long time here. And Tag Team Championship gold might be in their horizon. And hold on a second here. On Sarah Southside meeting up with Six, the Underground Women's Champion. The Southside says, Six, we all know the ATL are after the women's tag team titles, but you insisted on aggravating Nightmare Fuel. Surely there must be another way to handle this situation. That's exactly what I've been trying to ask and figure out. Is there no other way to deal with Nightmare Fuel than the way the ATL is trying to? Six says, listen here, little lady. The Underground title is amazing, but it is not exactly like Money in the Bank. I can cash this thing in for a match with Nightmare Fuel, but not at any time. So why waste the opportunity? Nightmare Fuel will keep you on your toes and close to a hospital bed. We control this whole situation. You'll think you're bad, but two steroid mountain women have nothing on the ATL. Well, again, like I said, even with their words, continued aggravation by the ATL, but they do hold the cards with the Underground Women's Championship in Six's hands. So, folks, we are rocking and rolling here on MPWF Underground. And, I was going to say we're rocking and rolling here, but not this. I thought that this was only going to be a one-time thing when we saw this man come to the ring on episode 13 of Annihilation. And it wasn't for a big show in front of 40,000 people at Park the Princes. But Darius Butler is back here on MPWF Underground, and, man, why? I don't think any fan here in the MPWF is going to take to Darius Butler. And whenever the eventual switch happens in W2K25, I'm pretty sure the fans are going to be happy to never see Darius Butler again. Unless Darius Butler can impress the fans in whatever he's attempting to do here tonight. You know, let's be positive here. He's got a decent theme song at least. We might need some backup here though. This is a dangerous place. The MPWF is practically the NXT parking lot. So, and again, nice moonsault. Nice moonsault there by Darius Butler. But let's hear what he has to say. Said Milan don't like him at all. Thought it was just a stateside thing, but Milan Italy booing him here as well. Butler says, bonjour Italy. I'm wrong language, idiot. Darius Butler is back in the MPWF. Last time I was here, I had to deal with Jamie Emo, who got a lucky win over me because I had something in my eye and he got the jump on me. This time will be different. Who wants to make a name for themselves? Who wants a shot at Darius Butler? Well, it wasn't luck against Jamie Emo, and he can't spell either, so Darius Butler needs to figure that out. But again, he is calling out an open challenge once again to someone here in the MPWF. And oh my goodness. This is not going to go well for Darius Butler here tonight. Wrestling for the first time in months, ladies and gentlemen, is the Avenger, who returned on episode 13 of Annihilation to help Ricky Cash in that steel cage match with Max Payne. The Avenger coming out here tonight in Milan to compete with Darius Butler, and unfortunately for Mr. Butler, this ain't gonna be good. What an ovation here for MPWF veteran and legend, the Avenger, here tonight. Darius Butler better say his prayers and eat his vitamins, folks, because this is not going to be good. You know what I say you need backup? He needs backup. He needs some backup. Cole talks the table. Oh, the other guy that's there too. You need some help here, man. You need some help. The Avenger, a multi-time champion here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And Darius Butler get right in the Avenger's face. And wait a minute, backbreaker. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, the Avenger with the big boot. With the big boot to Darius Butler. I think the Avenger just set a record, folks. I think the Avengers just set a record in the MPWF. Did somebody have to start watching that matchup? I think the highlights are longer than the match, folks. Oh my goodness. You might as well have just kept playing the Avengers theme song. We're already paying enough money for it anyway. Blackstone Cherry is expensive. You might as well just play the music the whole time because the Avengers just beat him in like 5 seconds, folks. And we are backstage with the mothership. And things ain't going well for them. And Justin says, I'm not in a very good mood. The threat to my championship has never been higher. I need the two of you to step your game. Cat, you defended me somewhat well, but Brooklyn, your quick elimination led to me getting pinned by Serenity. Now Sasha's pushing for the title again as well. Tonight I want you to deal with Sasha Fierce and make her a non-problem. Understand? So again tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the mothership will battle Pandora and Sasha Fierce in a tag team rematch here on MPWF Underground. And Cat Small saying understood justice. And there was a little bit of shade thrown to Brooklyn Von Braun, who did get eliminated quickly at Survivor Series, but she does say understood. That matchup will take place later tonight, but coming up next is going to be our matchup for the Cruiserweight Championship of the world, folks. And introducing here a special guest for this episode in Milan, a very controversial figure as of nowadays, Ricochet here, challenging for the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Recently signed with All Elite Wrestling, has been wrestling all over the independents, and is taking a stab at things here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. We have never had Ricochet on this show, as far as I'm aware, and he has a huge matchup here for the Cruiserweight Championship against brand new champion Chase Stevens. And I'm telling you right now, the fans wouldn't be upset if Ricochet was to be here. Even though some of the fans think that he's controversial, Ricochet has one of the most diverse, exciting styles we've ever seen in the sport of professional wrestling, and he's going to bring that here to this matchup on the Underground. So we welcome Ricochet here. The fans in Italy ain't welcoming him here. Now let's see if Ricochet can steal the show and steal the Cruiserweight title. Folks, the brand new Cruiserweight Champion of the world, and it was not easy to win that championship. Chase has been dealing for months with a generation of scum, dealing with Sakura Furukawa in particular, and he finally defeated Marcus Eagle at the Survivor Series buy-in show with the help of backstage Raw interviewer Sarah Southside, and we found out that these guys will be having a date once this is done. Now, I mean, Chase is going to have to win this matchup, or else I'm going to say no boss on the date now. But that's definitely not Italian, that was Spanish. But you can take it the way you see it, have it the way you want it. We're in Europe, and there's lots of languages. But Chase Stevens here with a big opportunity to defend his title against the man, no, that's Thanksgiving. I was going to say the man that gravity forgot. Against Ricochet here, folks. Again, late night commentary. It is pure shenanigans, folks. Now that right there is the Cruiserweight Champion of the world. What's Ricochet's moniker, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me that in the comment section right now. I'm blanking on it. But again, a fire entrance as always for the Cruiserweight Champion. said it was all fun and games, but we're about to get serious right now for this title matchup, folks. So the Cruiserweight Championship main event at the buy-in show in a very historic position. And again, if you haven't seen that matchup, once again, head to the channel at MPWF Wrestling on YouTube to see the buy-in show for Survivor Series. Him and Chase Stevens and Marcus Eagle had an unbelievable wrestling match with each other with a lot of emotion behind it. Chase has fought very hard for this championship and wants to represent not just the MPWF, not just himself, but the Cruiserweight division to its highest degree, its highest honor. And again, there's no harder challenge than, like I said, against a man like Ricochet. This is not going to be easy here for Chase Stevens. And Ricochet would love to take that title back to AEW, to spit it in the face of Shane Strickland and tell him I won this belt. Like we said, we wouldn't be upset to see Ricochet here on a regular basis on Underground. Yeah, you never know who could show up. You never know what could happen on this show. And here we go. And oh, kick there by Ricochet. And I'm going to have to give the speed to Ricochet in this matchup. Chase Stevens, even though he's the Cruiserweight champion, not a luchador, a high flyer. Nice German suplex there by Ricochet. Chase Stevens used to high fly a lot more when he was younger, but definitely more ground-based, which has helped him. He's picked up a few wins in this division with submission, most notably over Wayne Level, who again, Wayne Level and Torres matchup from MPWF War was spectacular, folks. So again, I implore you to go to episode 14 of War from Mexico City, not just to see that CAW World Tag Team title match main event, but that matchup between Wayne Level and Toro was excellent. As Ricochet now goes off the ropes, dropped down there by Chase Stevens, leapfrog again by Stevens, oh nice. Overhead back body drop, but holding on to the leg at the same time. Ricochet realized he needs to get back on top in this situation here, and sends Chase into the buckle and an uppercut there by Ricochet. And now beautiful shooting star. Ricochet hold a leg here to Chase, and Chase gets the shoulder up. So Ricochet is so nimble in the ring, can fly from any point. But again, eats a huge clothesline there by Stevens. And Stevens there with another clothesline into the buckle, and the champion unleashing on Ricochet in the early goings of this matchup. And there is a single leg Boston Crab. A move that was made famous by Lance Storm, as Ricochet now fires back with that elbow. And now again there, another Savate kick taking down Chase Stevens. So these men keeping the pace a little slow. Gonna move into the speed here as the match goes on. And a reversal there by Chase. And now look at that. That was a calculated shot to the trapezius muscle there of Ricochet. As Ricochet has him up, and now there's a trip. Ricochet, what's he gonna go for here? Like I said, he can fly around at any time. And Ricochet, oh wait, he ain't flying. Ricochet hanging him up in the ropes there. And like I said, we've seen this new version of Ricochet recently in Japan, in AEW, and now bringing it here to the Major Japan Wrestling Federation. But Chase has just been dealing with Marcus Eagle, so he knows exactly how to deal with this situation, as he sends Ricochet all the way to the floor. Chase now picking the challenger back up. This is a Cruiserweight title matchup. And now, oh, Ricochet throwing Chase Stevens hard into that barricade. And again, maybe this is the edge that Ricochet needed, folks. This more vicious, this more calculated edge that we're seeing here tonight. Now Ricochet waiting for Chase to get to his feet, not worried about the count as Ricochet springboards, and what a clothesline there by the challenger. The one and only, that's his slogan, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy. They only said it during his entrance, and now, oh wow, what would you call that? What was a backslide driver? Chase Stevens barely getting the shoulder up there. So DJ having a revelation about Ricochet's nickname midway through commentary as Ricochet throws Chase to the floor. And Chase has been reeling ever since he went spine first into the barricade there. As Ricochet now through the middle rope there with a flipping senton on Chase Stevens, once again displaying that athleticism. So Milan being spoiled here tonight, folks. A stacked episode of MPWF Underground. 2 more matches still to come. As Ricochet springboards again, but this time, one too many. Chase Stevens saw it coming. And now Chase Stevens has him up there as we just experienced a little bit of Halo 3 lag. That might have just dated myself. But he might be headed towards his date with Sarah Southside off of that move there as he goes for the cover. 2, and oh man. Again, does Sarah Southside still go on a date with Chase Stevens if he loses here tonight? Or does she love him for who he is? It's the age-old tale of time, folks. As Chase Stevens then fires back with these strikes here. And a big one to the midsection, drop Ricochet. Looks like he could have caught him in the liver. And now, wait a minute, nice check down there. And now, going for the aqualock submission here. And Ricochet right by the ropes, though. So what a series of matches has been tonight. Every matchup has been spectacular. Even the 5-second squash match, that was spectacular, folks. As Ricochet now on the second rope, waiting for Chase to turn around here. And a big drop kick there by the challenger. And now a Ricochet has him up here. And now, oh my word. What a move there by Ricochet to win the Cruiserweight title. And no. That was Chris Sabin's old finisher. The Ricochet whipped out there, ladies and gentlemen. And now Ricochet on the top rope. He's going to go for something crazy here, folks. And go for the Phoenix Star Splash. And he hit every single bit of it. Ricochet to win the Cruiserweight title. And no, Chase Stevens gets the shoulder up again. And Ricochet is certainly pushing Chase Stevens to the limit. Rick Ross style, ladies and gentlemen. But a suplex there by Chase. And now Chase going around to the top rope here. Ricochet getting to his feet. Chase Stevens down with a double axe handle, taking down Ricochet. And Chase now. Clothesline here by the Cruiserweight Champion. Another clothesline knocking down Ricochet. Catching that foot. Big sweep there. And Chase firing himself back up here. Big time. Big time. Drinking in from this crowd here in Milan, Italy. But Chase Stevens better stop the posturing and get back in control here of Ricochet. And now, oh, high ankle Saito suplex. And that could be it here for the challenger with the cover. 2, and oh, Ricochet grabbed the rope here, folks. Ricochet not even able to kick out, grabbing the ropes. But oh, got that knee out of nowhere there to Chase Stevens, the champion. And Ricochet now, look at that, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And now, wait a minute here, Chase in trouble here, and now, oh my goodness. Innovating the offense is Ricochet. Ricochet now on the top rope here. And a shooting star press. Shooting star press on the Cruiserweight Champion. 2. And on Chase Stevens once again. Kicking out here. The crowd loving this matchup. Sarah Southside cheering on. Her date for after this match. And Ricochet again with a third survive kick. Knocking down Chase Stevens. Now Ricochet, springboard shooting star press, and he completely missed there. Ricochet completely missed that one. And wait a minute, vertebreaker, and the champ hits the vertebreaker. Ricochet dropped with the vertebreaker right there and then. And now wait, oh my goodness. This is bad for Ricochet, missing that shooting star to the outside of the ring. Taking a vertebreaker on the floor. And now here comes that crossface chicken wing by the Cruiserweight Champion. And Ricochet with nowhere to go here, folks. How he taps out here tonight. What a matchup, though. What an effort by Ricochet. And again, I certainly would like to see more of Ricochet here. Not just MPWF Underground, but like I said, MPWF World with that Cruiserweight Championship. It wasn't an easy fight, but a massive victory. How Chase Stevens kicked out of that, I have no idea, folks. But like I said, he wasn't going to give up that Cruiserweight Championship easy. And still tonight, your MPWF Cruiserweight Champion of the world, Mr. Chase Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. And now he's going to go into Dave Sarah Southside. What a night for Chase. This is big time for this man here. I'll tell you that right now. But wait a minute. There is Phoenix Oscuro, one of the top contenders in MPWF Glory. He says, Chase, I am watching you. I will be next in line for the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. So Phoenix Oscuro calling his shot to Chase Stevens here, folks. And oh, look at this. Sakura Furukawa watching from the shadows. Something she's been doing a lot recently. But I'm pretty sure she's going to be happy with that. And she is. I think Sakura has gotten through to Phoenix Oscuro. So folks, we're going to be staying with the Annihilation brand for the rest of the proceedings tonight. Here, a rematch from the last episode of MPWF Underground as the Mothership get ready for tag team action. And you saw that stern talking to they got at the hands of Justice Fitzgerald. Justice Fitzgerald really felt the pressure on this past episode of Annihilation as she would meet Serenity at Bound by Honor for the MPWF Women's World Championship. And again, Survivor Series didn't go well. Justice Fitzgerald was pinned for the first time in almost 3 years on pay-per-view in the MPWF. And Cat Smalls got eliminated, but Cat Smalls was throwing a body out there for Justice Fitzgerald. Brooklyn Von Braun, on the other hand, got eliminated a lot quicker than people thought. So they need to pick up this victory here tonight. And thank you everyone for tuning in tonight for MPWF Underground. Appreciate all the support on the videos. We're already on the road to 520 subscribers, folks. 600 ain't gonna be that far. But again, coming to the ring here is a legend, Sasha Fierce. But we're gonna talk about Sasha Fierce's action on MPWF Annihilation. I don't know if that was it. Sasha Fierce, it seems like this Serenity being successful is getting the Sasha Fierce vote. And that's not a good thing. Sasha Fierce interrupted the contract signing, saying that she's going to get the shot at Bound by Honor. I quite frankly don't know how that's possible. Serenity was the sole survivor in Survivor Series. And Sasha Fierce refused to tag out to Serenity, and quite honestly, that cost her that matchup. So again, I mean, she's on the rebound here tonight. But she's got a hell of a partner with her. And you talk about wanting to be a part of the MPWF Pandora is a call from one of the many MPWF fans, Mikkel. And Pandora has been successful thus far here in her tenure in the MPWF. I mean, Pandora getting her feet wet in this very competitive women's division. But like I said, the sky is the limit. Look at Pandora, a scary young individual. Pandora has a lot of time to succeed here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Again, with that Intercontinental Championship being held by Angelina Peace, you gotta imagine that Pandora's got her eyes set on that title, but she's gonna want to deal with her issues with Cat Smalls especially. The Mothership has been causing some issues here for Pandora, and Pandora would love to score another victory here in this tag team matchup. A big ovation here tonight for Pandora. Like I said, the future's bright. I think that's going to be the big thing about this year. You know, we've seen a lot of MPWF legends return, a lot of MPWF legends in the MPWF. I think this is going to be the year that we truly transition to an 80% brand new MPWF roster, folks. And I'm excited for it. I am excited for it. Nostalgia is a great thing, but when we can see the future step up, as Brooklyn Von Braun. Oh, she's vicious tonight. She's taken those words from Justice Fitzgerald very seriously. Justice Fitzgerald is her meal ticket, and she does not want to piss that meal ticket off. As Brooklyn Von Braun starting on Sasha Fierce and Pandora here tonight, and in comes Cat Smalls. And now off the ropes goes Sasha Fierce, and a double backdrop there by both these women. And again, you talk about a big 2025. Cat Smalls, folks, the winner of the Queen of the Indies over a year ago. She was so good, she wasn't brought to the World Wrestling Future. Justice Fitzgerald brought her straight to the main roster. And again, I truly don't think we've seen the best of Cat Smalls yet. As Sasha Fierce, oh my word here, yes! Sasha Fierce showing that she is that woman still. Gal like Sasha Fierce, folks. Gal like Sasha Fierce. She's to pay attention though. She's George acting with Brooklyn Von Braun. And now, Cat Smalls takes her down here. Again, Cat Smalls has been learning from the MPWF Women's World Champion Justice Fitzgerald. Sasha Fierce is going to have to pay attention to that. As now Brooklyn Von Braun, the powerhouse. We saw Brooklyn Von Braun make her debut in the wrestling world in 2020. Or 2019 for WWE 2K20. Some people say it's the worst wrestling game ever. I don't know if I'll be that harsh on the game. You guys ever played WWF Attitude? Huh? You guys played WrestleMania 18, huh? I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. You can't call that the worst game ever yet. I'm sure there's a wrestling game on Dreamcast somewhere that ain't that good either. So I don't know if 2K20 was the worst wrestling game ever. Certainly was the worst modern wrestling game. But I'll tell you what though, I know this has got nothing to do with this matchup or nothing to do with wrestling. You let me know in the comment section below. How would you feel if DJ was to get an emulator and maybe do some playthroughs of season mode as DJ Johnny Feelgood from old wrestling games like SmackDown vs. Raw, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, Here Comes the Pain, WWE 13 or 12 or something like that, folks. There's, with the world of emulation, that is possible, ladies and gentlemen. As we like to say, the sky is the limit. And we're reaching for the stars, folks. Now Pandora, though, all over Brooklyn Von Braun in this matchup. Said, you know, we'd like to diversify the content here for the MPWF fans. That'd be something that'd be incredible. But clothesline there, though, by Brooklyn Von Braun. Wait a minute. Pandora's in trouble here, and oh my goodness, there goes that MMA background there, Brooklyn Von Braun. And now Von Braun sends Pandora into the buckle. Now makes the tag, and in comes Cat Smalls back once again, and they're gonna send Pandora off the ropes here for the double backdrop one more time. This time to Pandora. Pandora started off as a ball of fire, but the Mothership have found a way to wear her down, to keep her preoccupied here in this matchup. And you notice here, Cat Smalls, Brooklyn Von Braun trying to keep Pandora on their side of the ring. And now wait a minute, what an elbow off the top right there by Cat Smalls. Tag Team Wrestling 101, folks. The strategy stays the same as Cat Smalls throws her body at Pandora. Cat Smalls still pissed off at Pandora spraying that mist into her eyes. Again, I want to see a one-on-one match between these two young women to sort that issue out. And it seemed there that Pandora was trying to make the tag to Sasha Fierce, but Cat Smalls now with that knee bar here and boot to the face there by Pandora. Again, Pandora has been gaining a lot of wisdom, training with Sasha Fierce. Tagging with her here is only going to help out her career. And now wait a minute here. Double team offense. Brooklyn Von Braun off the top rope, and she floated through the air, folks. She floated through the air, but making a mistake, and in comes Sasha Fierce. Brooklyn Von Braun took her eye off the ball for a mere moment. And oh my goodness, X-Factor. X-Factor there by Sasha Fierce with the covering. Near fall. Sasha Fierce using the X-Factor. Her move utilized by her husband, who's one half of the CW World Tag Team Champions right now. Sasha Fierce now, wait a minute here, beautiful spinning sidewalk slam there. And Sasha Fierce proving to the world that she should be the woman in the MPWF Women's Championship match at Bound by Honor, as there's the Salida del Sol to Brooklyn Von Braun. And now wait a minute, Sasha Fierce going all the way to the top, high rent district, and rent is high, and there it is. Senton splash off the top rope, Sasha knocking Caswell's off the apron, hook of the leg here on Brooklyn Von Braun with the cover and the victory, folks. Chalk up a win for the good guys. Well, Justice Fitzgerald is not going to be pleased about that, folks. Is not going to be pleased about that. Brooklyn Von Braun and Caswell had one job to do, and that was to take out Sasha Fierce and Pandora, and didn't happen. Didn't happen. I mean, again, honestly, it's amazing. Justice Fitzgerald was worried that she was even here on MPWF Underground. Justice Fitzgerald wouldn't grace us with her presence here on MPWF Underground, but the fact that she is worried about this title matchup with Serenity at Bound by Honor. But what a matchup, folks, and what a win for Sasha Fierce and Pandora. That's 2 straight wins here. Get us a shame of the Women's World Tag Team titles from MPWF Raw. This would be a top contenders right here with these 2 women. But again, folks, you can feel the anticipation, because coming up next is going to be our main event of the evening, Scrap Trap Steel Cage. Oh, wait a minute. COO Meredith Grey confronting Sasha Fierce as she heads to the back. As she says, Sasha, we need to discuss MPWF Annihilation. You ruined a very important contract signing, and she did, folks. As Sasha says, yes, I did, Meredith. I'm sorry, but I should have been Women's World Champion at WrestleMania. I could beat Justice. I beat Serenity before WrestleMania. She cost me the title. Now she's going to walk into Bound by Honor with all the momentum, and I believe she will beat Justice. It should be me. Like I said on Annihilation, they can finish their issue at another time, but I want the title. Well, Sasha Fierce not mixing her words at all, and Meredith says all of that is understandable, but you know better than to interrupt a contract signing of that magnitude. I cannot guarantee you a title match at Bound by Honor, but what I will do is give you a match with Justice Fitzgerald for the MPWF Women's title in a WrestleMania rematch on Annihilation. No interference will be allowed in that match. I know that Serenity would face either of you. So what Meredith Grey has done here is given Sasha Fierce the ultimate opportunity, folks. She will face Justice Fitzgerald in a WrestleMania rematch for the Women's World title on Annihilation, and the winner will meet Serenity at Bound by Honor for the championship. There'll be no interference, no excuses. Sasha Fierce has to get the victory. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the main event, once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to us on our 2 channels, the main channel, MPWF Wrestling, the secondary channel, MPWF Charon. Ring the bell notification for both of them. Let everyone you know about the MPWF, folks. Tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your grandparents that this is called wrestling. Done, was it well, done right? As we get ready here for the main event, and Kane Knight says, I've never been in a scrap trap cage match before, but violence is violence. Charlie, you've been allowed to run around pretending to be a tough guy for far too long. When that door shuts, there'll be no Chucky, no Dagger, it's just me and you. And when it's all said and done, I will be Underground Champion. Kane Knight with the wise words of Cassie, it's just me and you. Kane Knight is ready, and there's the champion, Charlie Jean. Charlie Jean says, Kane, why don't you get it? You're a Neanderthal. Big muscles, big power, but little brains. I have outsmarted you at every turn. I have one-upped you constantly. The scrap trap is my home, mate. I'm gonna leave you a bloody mess once this match is done. 2025 will be my year. It'll be the year of the Commonwealth. The Underground Championship isn't going anywhere because I never walk alone. Folks, The anticipation is high here. This is the biggest main event in Underground history. It's our Scrap Trap Cage main event for the Underground Championship.
This one all started when Kane Knight, the first ever Underground champion in MPWF history, wanted to fight somebody, put out an open challenge, and then scoffed at Charlie Jean making that challenge with the Commonwealth, and then Charlie Jean took out the leg and Achilles tendon of Kane Knight for months, and then finally they had their matchup, WrestleMania weekend. And Charlie Jean in his hometown of Liverpool was able to take the title from Kane Knight with the help of both Chucky and Dagger as well. Kane Knight has been fighting since then to get that Underground Championship and an opportunity at the divisional title. And finally here in Milan, Italy, he's going to compete in a Scrap Trap steel cage match, folks. And what that means is the entire cage at the top is lined with all kinds of weapons. If you climb the cage, you might need a tetanus shot by the time you're done. It is a vicious structure, and again, there will be no escape. So the only way to win this matchup is by pinfall submission in the cage. And a mixed reaction here for Charlie Jean. Charlie Jean has been amazingly impressive in the later half of 2024, to the point that some fans have been cheering Charlie Jean, as you can hear in Milan, Italy. And Charlie Jean did a very vicious beatdown of Kane Knight on our previous episode of MPWF Underground. But again, you talk about a future star of the MPWF, many people earmarking this year as a great year for Charlie Jean. And quite frankly, if he can beat Kane Knight here tonight and retain that championship, he will be right on that pathway with the Zero Limits Championship and the tag team title in his midst, in his sights. Look, folks, this is going to be a bloodbath. No point sugarcoating it, no point pretending any different. When they face each other in that hardcore matchup, it was vicious. So you could only imagine what it's going to be like surrounded by 15 feet of steel, folks. A match coming out of Liverpool, England, brought to the MPWF by the brain of Charlie Jean. And that's what it's all about, our main event for the Underground title. Kane Knight is focused on violence, folks. That's the only thing running through his brain. I think Charlie Jean is focused on survival here in this main event. Now, as we get going here, we got to question the strategy of Charlie Jean for trapping himself inside of a steel cage with an animal like Kane Knight, especially a pissed off animal like Kane Knight. Charlie Jean must have a plan up his sleeve here. Or is Charlie Jean just becoming honorable? Is he just going, you know what, we're going to fight in this cage and we're going to find out who's the better man? It remains to be seen here, but look at that, it's like a guardrail, whatever that is on the top of that cage. And like I said, Charlie Jean is going to have to weather the storm to begin with. Kane Knight is going to play with his food, and his food is named Charlie Jean as already. Charlie Jean goes face first into the cage. And like I said, folks, this is going to be a bloodbath. I would just be sugarcoating it. There's going to be blood everywhere in this matchup. Legitimately, YouTube might question the thumbnail that we have to put up here for this match, as Charlie Jean looks like realizes he's in trouble here and firing back with rapid shots. And maybe, oh wow, what a back fist there, that was disrespectful. But maybe for Charlie Jean, that's for himself personally, which again you would think
with the way Charlie Gene's been in his career, ever since the World Wrestling Future, he wouldn't care about this, but when you wrestle in this ring day in, day out, you want to prove you're the best. Man, that was horrible. That was horrible. But I'm saying here, oh my God, K-Knight is putting a whooping on this boy. Lord have mercy. Grade A, level 100 ass whooping to Charlie Gene here. Oh my goodness. I was trying to put Charlie Gene over here, but he is getting beaten from pillar to post, literally. What I was trying to say for Charlie Gene is, maybe at some point he wants to know that, can I actually do this by myself? And he might be regretting every bit of that decision right now. K-Knight is trying to rip his damn face off here. I said K-Knight has been waiting for this forever. K-Knight's been waiting for this opportunity his entire career, folks. And now look at this, Charlie Gene's trying to escape. Charlie Gene the one that set the rules, folks. And Charlie Gene is trying to escape from K-Knight. That's how bad he's getting beat. Charlie Gene now off the top here, and now, oh, double axe handle off the top though. And maybe that's what Charlie Gene was talking about. He knows how to rebound. He knows the right spots to jump off from that cage. Now look at that. Muay Thai kick there by Charlie Gene, and now what a boot right to the face. The Champagne Supernova of the MPWF. So Charlie Gene's, that underground title is the first singles title that Charlie Gene has won in the MPWF. As he uses payback there on K-Knight. Charlie Gene loves that championship, respects his ability to win it, and will do whatever it takes to keep that title here. And now, oh man, see how quick Charlie Gene switched to disrespect though? And he's going after that leg that he's worked on so many times here on K-Knight. It has been an equalizer. It has slowed the big man down. And it honestly has been smart strategy at the hands of the Commonwealth. You saw in the back, Dagger and Chucky watching this one very closely in the back. And the fans might be wanting to see more shots to the cage. But it is smart for Charlie Gene to go after the leg. As K-Knight went for the boot. But oh man, gets caught there. What an uppercut there by Charlie Gene. And we know that leg's going to be bothering him, but he gets caught there by K-Knight this time. And Knight now has Charlie Gene back up here. And now sends him into the buckle. And now, oh man. There ain't nothing pretty about that. There ain't no special way to call that. That was a boot to the face by K-Knight. So what a night it's been here for MPWF Underground. Every matchup, as I mentioned before, has been spectacular. And this main event is no different here in the Scrap Trap cage. And again, now look at this, going right back to that leg. This Charlie Gene with the ankle lock here on K-Knight. But K-Knight going to use that power to escape. And now, wait a minute, K-Knight now. Oh my God. And look at the pain Charlie Gene is in. Well, man, look at the resiliency of Charlie Gene with the wherewithal to that small package here on K-Knight. But no, he doesn't get the 3 count. And Gene now measuring K-Knight. And a big strike there. What a net breaker there by the champion. And again, if Charlie Gene could win, the next question is going to be is, what championship does Charlie Gene focus on? And Charlie Gene climbing to the top there. And like I said, whatever that is on the top of the cage, Charlie Gene knew that was the right place to hold himself on the top. Because you see here, K-Knight can't follow him, which means Charlie Gene, he knows this structure. He knows how to make it work. What's the best strategy to use? But K-Knight doing well to fight back though. And now Knight dropping off from the apron here. Oh man, tried to catch Charlie Gene unawares. It didn't work out. And Gene up the top, but K-Knight saw it coming. And now, oh man, a release back suplex there by the challenger. K-Knight now collar elbow tie up. Sends Charlie Gene into the buckle, but Charlie Gene fights back out with the 2 boots to the face. And a big right hand here by Charlie Gene. And right back to the strikes. And now, oh, what a suplex. Charlie Jean had so much torque. He twisted his own body off that suplex, and now right back to that ankle lock. Right back to that injured leg of Kane Knight here. And Charlie Jean wrenching with everything he's got, but Kane Knight once again using that power to escape. And now, oh man! Kane Knight almost threw Charlie Jean to the top of that steel cage, folks. And oh, this ain't good for Charlie Jean, and oh my lord! Like a javelin, folks. Like a javelin. Not a G6, but a javelin. And now, into the ropes again goes Charlie Jean. And again, this is going to be karma for Charlie Jean. Kane Knight may say some bad words to you, but the Commonwealth has been making Kane Knight's life a living hell here on MPWF Underground. And Kane Knight is sending Charlie Jean on a first-class ticket to the underworld. But Charlie Jean fighting back here, like I said, showing great resilience here. And Kane Knight tripping there on that bad leg and went over the top into the cage. And now Charlie Jean gonna go for a power driver here, but no, Kane Knight able to escape. Oh, what a kick to the head there, the champion. Said Charlie Jean though is resilient as they come, and Kane Knight now with a submission of his own here in the scrap trap cage. The Boston Crab, blood pouring out of the skull of Charlie Jean, and Charlie Jean using the ropes for extra leverage to take Kane Knight off of him. It's a big man on the lower back there. And oh, what a reverse elbow! What a reverse elbow there by Charlie Jean. And Charlie Jean hooking the leg here to retain the championship. And oh, Kane Knight kicks out at the last second. What a reverse elbow there by the champion though. And overhand right by Charlie Jean and another one. And now Charlie Jean right back to that leg. Like I said, we've seen Charlie Jean using this cage. Again, a tactical wrestler. A high IQ wrestler, as I like to call him. Right back to that leg submission here. So Charlie Jean, no stranger to blood. He's got many fights in Liverpool, England. And he's firing himself up here tonight in this underground title matchup. What an elbow off the top rope there by Charlie Jean. You heard the crowd reaction. And like I said here, Charlie Jean might turn this crowd on his side with his resilience. The crowd was on his side in Wembley at the WrestleMania buy-in show. And I went right into the ropes though. Kane Knight saw it coming. And now Kane Knight sending Charlie Jean into the buckle. And okay, Charlie Jean fights back here though. This one certainly isn't over yet. Both of these men representing the Annihilation brand. Like I was mentioning earlier, KK Quam happy with that matchup between Scorpion Zinda and KJ Stevens. And he's certainly happy about this matchup. Like I said, what I would love to see is this year in 2025, not just on Underground, but both of these men fighting their way on MPWF Annihilation. What a knee strike there by Charlie Jean. And I think Charlie Jean has split open Kane Knight. And now, here it is, the Achilles lock here by Charlie Jean. Beautifully applied. A bleeding Kane Knight cannot grab onto the ropes, or else it will be a rope break. And Charlie Jean here to retain the championship in this scrap trap cage match. Using the cage and the ring to his advantage. He is going to tap out Kane Knight here. But wait a minute, Kane Knight though, firing with these rapid shots back at Charlie Jean. But that damage is done. That damage is done. And now Charlie Jean is outspeeding Kane Knight here. And again, Kane Knight not able to stay on his feet. And now, wait a minute. Oh, Kane Knight blocking that shot there. And now Charlie Jean misses the uppercut and gets hung up on the ropes. And oh, Charlie G protected himself, but cannot protect himself with the rights and left. And now K-Knight is resorting to jumping off of one leg here, folks. And I say K-Knight has got to decide to himself, do I want to win this matchup, or do I want to destroy Charlie Jean? And you know what, a man like K-Knight, the Greek Goblin Mask, is talking to him right now, telling him to kill Charlie Jean. And wait a second, Jean's in trouble, because here comes that reverse powerbomb there by K-Knight, and K-Knight choosing to win the Underground Championship, and no! Charlie Jean kicking out, and there's that resilience I was talking about, and oh my god. And there's the end of that resilience Scott was talking about, and another one. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, K-Knight is trying to murder this man here, folks. Oh, that blood is free falling out of Charlie Jean's head right now. That's the fourth knee to the face, folks. And I look at the pile of blood in the ring. I said this was going to be a bloodbath, and that's exactly what we're getting here. K-Knight has been waiting months, and he is destroying Charlie Jean in the ring. Jean is not even moving, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait! Oh, he's playing possum! Charlie Jean playing possum, continuing to prove that K-Knight is trapped in the cage with him. And oh my gosh! Charlie Jean needs to hit that champagne supernova kick. But like I said before, the resilience of Charlie Jean. And now wait a minute, this crowd is behind Charlie Jean right now as he goes for champagne supernova. Champagne supernova. Charlie Jean to retain the championship on K-Knight. And K-Knight just getting the show up, folks. And Charlie Jean cannot believe it. And my word, Charlie Jean's chest is painted red. There is blood everywhere, folks. I mean, this is unhygienic as all hell. What a main event this is here on MPWF Underground for the Underground Championship. Two rivals trying to destroy each other in the first of a scrap-trap cage match in MPWF history. Charlie Jean is covered in blood, and K-Knight is not far off either. And oh wait, K-Knight with that barrel headbutt dropping down Charlie Jean. Folks, there is blood everywhere in the ring. Everywhere in the ring. And now wait a minute here. K-Knight, oh what a slam off the top rope. And Charlie Jean using the ropes to hold himself up. And this crowd here absolutely loving this main event. And oh man, Charlie Jean looks spent, folks. Charlie Jean looks spent here. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, a powerbomb into the cage, and now a powerbomb on the floor. Oh, folks, this is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. And now not again. Oh my God, look at how much blood Charlie Jean has lost. Look at how much blood Charlie Jean has lost here. And K-Knight gonna switch him here for that powerbomb. Oh my goodness. Oh man, Charlie Jean defiant, slowly to his feet. And now K-Knight gonna go for the third one of this matchup. Oh my goodness. Retribution for K-Knight. He is covered the ring in blood, but he has defeated Charlie Jean here on MPWF Underground and won back his title. I'll tell you what, folks, a hell of a lot of respect goes to Charlie Jean for that effort. K-Knight is no slouch in the ring, and Charlie Jean brought the fight. But that animal, K-Knight,
was able to pick up the win and get back the Underground Championship. What a main event we just witnessed here tonight, folks. Look at all that blood, oh my word. But ladies and gentlemen, my name's Dwayne James Johnny Feelgood, and I'm signing out. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be on YouTube once again with MPWF World. I will see you soon, and congratulations, Kane Knight, on winning the Underground Championship.